This week marked the 60th anniversary of Help, the Beatles' iconic album that featured memorable tracks such as the title song Ticket to Ride and Yesterday. Released on August 6, 1965 under Parlophone, this fifth studio project by the Fab Four has sold more than 11 million copies worldwide. Despite its commercial success, some fans still believe the album does not receive the recognition it deserves. On Reddit, one Beatles enthusiast described Help as an often overlooked milestone in the band's evolution. While Rubber Soul, which followed, is frequently celebrated as a major creative leap for the group, and rightly so in many respects, the fan argued that this transformation in sound and style had already begun to emerge on Help, particularly in John Lennon's contributions. They pointed to the introspective nature of tracks like Help, Ticket to Ride, and You've Got to Hide Your Love Away as evidence of this shift. The summer of 1965 also brought the premiere of the Beatles' Help film, a lighthearted musical comedy adventure that followed their cinematic debut, A Hard Day's Night. The same Reddit user also noted that Paul McCartney's growth as a musician was evident on the album, suggesting that listeners could already sense his transition from being seen as a talented performer to being regarded as one of the finest musicians in the world. They also observed that George Harrison expanded his guitar style considerably, and while they wouldn't necessarily rank Help among the absolute greatest Beatles albums, they still considered it underappreciated and a work that reflected enormous creative growth. Other fans echoed this view. One described Help as the transition album, where the remnants of the Beatles' early pop style began to fade, giving way to more experimental sounds. Another highlighted how much the band matured during its creation. John discovering his ability to write poetic pop songs, Paul embracing his role as a master composer, George realizing his own songwriting potential, and Ringo Starr exploring more unconventional drumming techniques. A third fan agreed, calling the album a turning point for the group, while a fourth pointed out that it marked the first time their music showed a truly notable shift. They believed the earliest hints of this transition could be heard on A Hard Day's Night, with Rubber Soul representing the definitive break from their early style. But Help served as the essential bridge between the two eras. In a reflective 1980 interview with Playboy shortly before his death, John Lennon looked back on Help as a product of personal turmoil. After undergoing therapy, he admitted that during its creation he was overweight, depressed, and emotionally calling out for help. Biographer Bob Spitz supported this interpretation, explaining that Lennon channeled his emotional struggles into the songs. According to Spitz, Lennon revealed that Help had emerged from one of his deep, depressive periods, during which he wrestled with dark thoughts. While Lennon once mentioned feeling the urge to jump out the window, those close to him never believed he had any genuine suicidal intentions.